If you're going in for an interview, there's something that I want you to keep in mind, and that is it was your resume that validated your competence. It was that phone screen that validated your competence. They would not be calling you in for the interview if they already did not think that you were competent enough to do the job. So what's the interview all about? It's about compatibility and likability. Sure, they're going to be asking you maybe a couple of questions just to, kind of secure your competence, but really it becomes more about compatibility and likability. Are you going to be a problem for that hiring manager, or are you going to solve problems for that hiring manager? If you're new to this channel, my name is Bill Benoist. I'm a certified professional career coach here in Silicon Valley. And in today's video, it's going to be a short one, but I want to talk about 5 things that you do not want to be talking about during this interview. 5 things that you don't want to be saying, because these 5 things will quickly move you from the possibility pile or the yes pile over to the no pile very, very quickly. So the first thing is, I want to talk about you being nervous during the interview. So you being nervous during the interview, when a person is interviewing, hiring managers already recognize that the individuals are going to be nervous. I mean, I was a hiring manager for 20 some odd years. I know that when somebody sat down across from me interviewing for the job, they were nervous. I expected that. But what you don't want to do is talk about how nervous you are during the interview. Okay, I want you to kind of show a little bit of confidence when you're talking to me. So even though you're nervous, don't use that as an excuse for maybe not being able to answer a question correctly, or thinking about something that's like, you're completely unprepared because you're nervous. You may be unprepared, but don't use nervous as an excuse for that, because it's not going to work. Number 2, and it's actually kind of the reverse of being nervous, and that is don't sound too cocky. That's also something that I really don't want to hear from the person sitting in front of me, is answers that are very cocky in nature. Like if I ask them if they know how to do something and they say, oh yeah, it's a piece of cake, I can do that all. No, you do not want to sound cocky. You want to sound confident, but you don't want to sound cocky. Number 3, and that is you don't want to sound desperate either. So you don't want to talk about how badly you need this job, that you are barely surviving out there. You don't share these kind of things. It could be the last 9 months that you've been out there looking for a job, but don't sound desperate. Again, you need to have a little bit of confidence in you. And by the way, building up this confidence in the nervousness, it's all about preparation. I do have a free masterclass. It goes over interviewing, it goes over the resume, it goes over creating a LinkedIn profile. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's completely free. Check it out. I'll put a link to it in my the upper left, or the upper right hand corner. I'm using my left hand to point to the upper right hand corner. So those are 3 things right there. Number 1, the nervousness. Number 2, sounding cocky. Number 3, sounding desperate. The 4th one that I want you to keep in mind, and that is don't talk trash about a previous employee or a previous employer, or even worse, a previous company. Okay, again, this is all about compatibility. You want to make sure that you're going to be a fit on the team. And if you're talking, ill about somebody that you worked with, it's not going to sit well with me, because I'm wondering, are you going to be a problem for me, or are you going to solve all your problems? So, don't be airing dirty laundry to that hiring manager. Don't be talking, trash about previous employers or employees or companies. And finally, the 5th thing, and that is don't ask what the salary is for the position. That's one of the worst things that you can do. Now, they may be asking you, what are your salary expectations for this position? That's a little bit different. In fact, I have a video on how to answer that question. But if they're going through and then they say, do you have any questions for me? I don't want you coming up and saying, yes, can you tell me what the salary is for this position? Or really any of the other questions like, what are the benefits? Can I work from home? Is this flexible working thing? No, these are initial interviews right now. Let them, fall in love with you. You can negotiate these kind of things once an offer is made, but don't come across as talking about salary, because as a hiring manager, that's what I'm going to wonder is what you may be looking for more than anything else. And as soon as I hire you, the next job that comes along that pays 5% more, you're going to leave me and go to that next company. So don't talk about salary. So anyway, 5 things that will really destroy that interview and put you over into the no column. Keep these in mind. I hope you found this video informative and useful. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell notification, as I do upload new career tips and strategies every Tuesday, and I'd hate for you to miss anything. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.